Hi, our don't gas.
He cast and is going to be casting. Continue because I just saw something.
You saw something, yeah?
Mystery.
Yeah.
It's like, Boboba.
Ghana. I heard he was in Ghana for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, because if he went for that training, they went for some workshop. He spent 3 days, and there were 9 women in the workshop, and he cleared 6 of them in the 3 days. So I can't imagine what damage he did in Ghana. Anyway,
I mean, Ghanaian women are not like that, so we are not promiscuous. So yeah. Why are you looking at me like that?
I beg your pardon?
Ghanaian women are not promiscuous, so there's nothing they'll find. They can keep digging. Yeah.
So
I'm sure if there was, they would have found it on the same disc they found the rest of the videos. Because that's like his safe haven where he keeps stuff anyway.
You know what? You.
What?
We just did what they call it last week about promiscuity in schools, and we're talking about how the boys are also selling themselves to women. So I don't know when you say the boys can sell themselves to women, and then the women are not promiscuous.
That's not what I'm saying. So I'm saying that yes, promiscuity is on the rise in our various campuses, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that a foreigner will just come into Ghana and do as he pleases with our women.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, you heard me.
You think so?
You're allowed to have a different opinion or oppose what I'm saying, but this is what I believe.
I don't want to be the one who will come and say something about Ghanaian women, but let me tell you something. When the foreigners do come into Ghana, especially the Nigerian brothers, this is not what is being said about our Ghanaian ladies, but this is not where we'll discuss this issue, because
the thing is, when you go there too, it's the same thing. In Nigeria as well, we know that we can also say that.
Yeah, but then the Nigerian
you can say what? Let's get to it.
You know what? We are not here to do what they call it morality police about who is sport and who is not sport.
I'm not gonna lie, until now I had almost forgotten that they even existed. I'm not even going to lie.
Okay, so this is a great way to remind you.
Countries, there are some that really don't come up necessarily when you mention the continent Africa.
Wow, you think Equatorial Guinea is one of them?
Personally, until now, I'm like, so there's even I had forgotten about that. I'm not even going to lie.
Do you remember Guinea-Bissau?
I do.
But you don't remember Equatorial Guinea?
That's the thing.
Okay. All right. Anyway, now what's happening in Equatorial Guinea, you might ask? The issue is that apparently Equatorial Guinea has gotten their own Nakademos, because honestly, there's no other name I can get for him.
What name is it?
Nakademos.
God. Why am I scared about this submission you're about to
don't be scared. He's just said, one nickname I've given him, Penna, you are afraid. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. Nakademos is not a big name. It's just because in SMP. Anyway. So who am I talking about? I'm talking about a man called, and the funny thing, his first name is Ebang. Ebang. See, it's like the story keeps writing itself. The word play is just ridiculous when it comes to this guy. Anyway, his name is Ebang Engonga. Ebang Engonga. Balthazar. And he happens to be the CEO and the head of the National Agency for Financial Investigations, which when you come to Ghana, I think that would be for Iyoko, for us. And then when you go to Nigeria, that would be EFCC. Yeah. So that's a big time guy.
He's a
big shot. And I think that's why a lot of these women maybe felt comfortable with the things that they did with him. Now, what happened with this guy is his father is actually also the head of what they call it, of CMAC. Now, CMAC is the Central African Economic is a group of their monetary yes, let me break it down. Sorry, CMAC actually means what does it mean again? The Central African Economic Committee, and then it has Chad, Cameroon, Guinea-Bissau, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and then Central African Republic as well as part of it. So that could be like, how will I put that, for West Africa? I don't know any this thing that does the same for us for West Africa. But let's say we could say like a bank of maybe ECOWAS, like an ECOWAS bank or something like that. It's a big
I get it.
Yes, institution. So father, apparently there's some money missing, $6 million missing, and so the father is actually the dad who asked for this investigation to go on. So as the investigations was going on, obviously, certain things will be locked down. They'll take your computers, because if you're in charge of some cash and that cash is missing, these are some of the things that are supposed to be done. Not knowing. So they go into his computer, they take his laptop, they take the computer, and some of the files, they open one folder, and the folder has over 400 tapes of him and other women doing the adult thing. You understand? Yes, because kids are listening. 400 women, over 400 women. Now on this list,
over 400 women.
Over 400 women. Over 400 women. Every single one of them was unprotected. That thing there. Every single one of them was unprotected. Now on this list, we have the director of the presidential security's wife, the head of the presidential security. Yeah, so the presidential bodyguard. Head Neri.
Wow.
On this list we also have the daughter of the general of police, which is like the IGP of police. Over there, the daughter. We have wives of several ministers. Several. Not one, not two, not three, not four. Several, including a new minister who was just put up less than 2 months ago. His wife too, and then his own brother's wife.
I hear there's a pastor's wife and
his own pastor's wife, his own godfather's wife. Like your godfather who brought you into whatever it is, oversees everything, you go to him when you have issues. The godfather's wife, his the president's sister, the president of Equatorial Guinea's sister is on the list. Yes, it shocked you. The attorney general's wife, and some of his cousins, and then his sister's friends, and then listen, there were a lot of women. A lot of them too happened to be married. And the prosecutor's office of the Equatorial Guinea is saying they are investigating him to see if he was using this to spread STDs, because I just mentioned that a lot of them, in fact, all of them were unprotected. I haven't seen, yes, I have seen some of them. Listen. Oh, yeah. I'm a journalist.
So you're investigating.
I am investigating, yes. So these were my investigative duties. I did it so you don't have to.
Right.
You understand? Because it's not a good thing. Yeah. So I don't need you to see it. So media, I saw it for you.
I saw all 400.
I didn't see all come in here 8 to 2 by now. Very well 400. Like my eyes go melt. What am I doing with 400? I'm not Lydia.
Yo, she will mix me today. She's seen all 400.
I don't know. I don't think anybody can see all 400. I don't even think the people investigating it, seeing it, can see all 400. How can you watch 400 of this?
Is that not a breach? Okay, well, so it was an investigation.
It wasn't. Yes, it's an investigation going on, so it's not a breach of anything.
Privacy,
yeah, really.
And from what I hear, these ladies knew that they were being recorded.
Yes. From the few.
So it was consensual. So you can't even make a case out of it.
Exactly. From the few that I saw, it seemed very consensual, and they were looking into the camera. Wow. They knew that the camera was there. There was one woman who actually handled the phone herself. She's the one who put the phone down, and she's the one who took, when they were done, to put off the recording.
Wow.
So they know. So I don't understand.
We can't even say that maybe they were coerced into doing it.
No, you can't say they were coerced. I don't know whether we can say it was a spiritual coercion, because they were at the weirdest places. Some of them in the office, on the streets, in the water, like by a riverbank, during the daytime.
Why?
In the office conference room.
Why?
Don't get it. I don't know. Is it a kick? I don't know what exactly was happening with this man.
If you ask me, I would say that this goes beyond whatever fetishes or kinky stuff. I feel there could be a spiritual part of it. I know people don't like it or just say, oh,
yeah, he's not just having fun.
This number of women who are married.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that married people, well, we say that some married people cheat, right?
Yeah.
But to cheat and record.
Yes.
And be in the known. No, come on. There has to be more to it.
It might be. It might.
There has to be more to it. Because who in their right senses will know that I am cheating? And then in this day and age where almost every now and then there are leaks here and there, it could fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, it could.
How do you even trust a person so much? So I would want to believe maybe there's more to it than just what we are seeing physically. Because the weird places as well. Why are you doing this in the middle of a highway or a street? When it's daytime?
It doesn't.
You didn't think about the fact that a car could pass by, people could see you beneath a tree at the riverbank in the river.
He's looking around, trying to see if there's somebody watching. It really makes no sense. But then one thing that I could say, you know me and trying to understand people, one thing I could say is for some powerful people, they get off on things like this, like the danger, the excitement, because they feel like, I don't know why it's usually seen with men of power, or people of power. But that's why I say usually seen with people of power. They seem to, it's exciting for them, I guess, is that factor. That's the only thing I can say to it for that. But for the women, $6 million was missing. I would say, this is my angle when it comes to this. $6 million is not small money, one. When you have $6 million, yes, you'd have an opening. You have some type of women that you probably have never encountered before, if you have $6 million to spread around. And when you see, from what I saw, from the few that I saw, you could tell that it was not maybe from the beginning. It was probably halfway through. So maybe it's not the first time with these women. It's not the second time. So they trust him. They trust him because it's not the first time. And they trust him because of his position. Then again, look at the position. You would know that his things will be encrypted. Or that's what a lot of women would expect. That his files are encrypted. Because this man works with the financial investigative agency.
It does not mean that
everything is supposed to be on lockdown.
No matter what, that's me being a woman and being a rational human being right now, nothing, no amount of money would make me want to jeopardize my life and my family and a reputation.
Exactly, I get that.
So there has to be more. Fine,
there
maybe
could be more.
For the man himself, maybe the fantasies that he got some form of excitement from doing things and the weird places just because it excites him. Fine, but for me, a woman who is married, I hear there was a pregnant woman as well.
Yes, his uncle's wife.
How much money would make me show
wife.
my face in a camera doing this, knowing very well that at any point in time, no matter how much I trust you, we can fall out and the next minute you can use that video to blackmail me. There is nothing that would make me comfortable to look into a camera and do this, knowing that my reputation, my marriage, my home would be at stake at the end of the day.
I get that.
At the end of the day, go on X. Now everybody is hailing him because they feel like he's done something that is mind-busting. Like, 400 plus women. Hey, he's an OG. He's this. He's a big dog. OG? He's that and that and that. But rather, it's the women who are now being backlashed to the extent that one has actually
killed herself,
taken her own life.
Yes, she has.
So you think if she knew, of course, if she knew about it and everything, she would have psyched herself. Yeah. Okay, I'm taking this money. Whatever would come later would come. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
So it means that there's challenge. It's not as we are thinking.
It's not. It might not be as we are thinking.
I don't want to
but I
believe
also
it
want
is.
to see, his STD test as well to see if he was doing it intentionally to share something. And I understand that his wife. You know what is paining me? You could tell that this is not a man who also just lets the wife, like, it's not as if he does all this outside and he's actually, he probably also treats his wife well because his wife has 6 kids.
Beautiful kids for that matter.
Oh, and his brother's wife, so now they've pulled up his brother's wife's pictures and some of the brother's wife's kids pictures as well, and they are comparing it to his kids. And so they feel like some of his kids, also his brother's wife, the brother's kids are not all for his brother. They are feeling like maybe he has kids with his brother's wife as well, because
he could have kids with a number of these women.
A lot of them.
I mean, it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that. I am just thinking about the fact that this is something that, no matter how you look at it, it gives me the aches. I'm not even going to lie. So a man would do something like this and he'll be held. A woman can't do the same thing. To the extent that I saw some people who are saying that they feel bad for his wife. Why are you feeling bad for his wife?
Oh no!
You see the center of attention right now.
I do feel bad for his wife.
No. I feel bad for her in the instance that this is a shameful thing and clearly has brought shame. I hear that she passed out and had to be rushed to the hospital. But you making it seem, people questioning and saying that they feel bad for her, that she was not enough. Why would she, like, how is it her problem?
A man's if a
man decides to cheat, it's his problem.
It's his problem. It's never the woman's problem.
Why are we now trying to make it about the woman? She should. The only thing that we can do is to sympathize with her and hope that she's not been infected with any diseases or infections.
I really hope so.
But we should not, like, she should not be the focus. We shouldn't shift the attention to her or try to play blame games and then try to make her the center of it, as though if she was satisfying the man or being submissive. Conversations on X are actually...
Are you serious? Satisfying or being submissive?
Pissing me off in the sense that I don't think that this woman should be our bone of contention right now. Rather, it should be the man. It was his responsibility to keep his vows to their marriage, but he decided to go out there and not do that. Not just with a few women, but a number of women,
400
and even
women.
Document it for whatever reasons best known to himself. So let's focus on that and talk about that, and not drag the wife and the kids into this conversation. It's enough that she's being she's going to be pointed at this. Like people are going to point at her every now and then and say, oh, that is the woman, and look at her in a pitiful way and all of that. That alone is enough.
She's very pretty.
See, at this point, we don't know when some...
I don't understand what some men want, but
we don't know.
As it is. So right now, we're just waiting for the prosecutor's office to come out with their investigations. So we'll know whether he actually has an STD or something and he's just trying to spread it, or maybe then again, like you said, it could be a spiritual thing, because I also see that angle as well, because some of these spiritual people, you hear some stories about them trying to rack their numbers up, because the more numbers you have, the more money or whatever it is that you have. But that's their own wahala.
Surely.
To each his own. To each his own. Anyways, now coming to Ghana, just a couple of days ago, I believe, it's not even up to a week, or I think just last week, you mentioned Dr. UN about, he was begging for assistance. He mentioned something about him having a kidney disease or kidney failure, and so he needed financial help. He needs financial help, so he begged online about that. And people were coming up and say, I know people don't trust him. Let's just say it as it is. Me for one, I don't. And I know I'm not the only one, because with what he did the first time, the deception was quite a big deception. And if you've been found out, you can just come out and say, you know what, I am sorry, I was just doing this so I could get this, or this is the reason why. But then to double down and defend your deception, like you didn't do anything wrong, and then you start mocking the people who you deceived as well, like, after all, that just to me, that's a write-off for me. Like, that's for me, because now I won't believe a lot of things that you say or anything that comes out of your mouth. And I think there are quite a number of people who also think like me, because they were mocking him. A lot of people said, how are we sure that this is true? How are we sure? How do we know you're telling us the truth? I don't believe you. Well, if you don't believe Dr. UN, he's sang a song. So if you don't believe him speaking, maybe you believe him singing.
I heard the song yesterday and I'm like, really? We only asked for receipts and for the hospital to actually...
Well, maybe he wants to entertain you as he gives you the receipts.
Okay.
So let's hear the song.
Wow, somebody got you, help me, heal me. Helpline, I need a savior. Helpline, lifeline. Oh, my kidney wanna put me down. Diabetes, never wanna be nailed down. I need a savior. I need a savior. I need a savior. Somebody got you, help me. Nipa here now. Hey, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Somebody got to help me. I need a savior. I need a helper. I need a savior. I need a savior. Yeah. Say no to kidney failure and diabetes.
Say no to kidney failure and diabetes. I need a helper.
It's always his accent for me. His accent always does it for me. Whoever bagged this song, that person himself has to be questioned. Whoever recorded it, we need to question them all. Because what is this?
The studio.
Can we get serious in this country? Really? Can we get serious?
I need a savior. Say no to kidney failure.
Shalina, this country.
So So yeah, if you didn't believe him when he said it, maybe you believe him when he sings it.
What? If it was difficult for us to take you in a sober mood, talking, almost crying, you think we will take you serious now? They'll use it for TikToks. Bring a dance move.
They've already started laughing.
No, they are going to actually have a formation dance for it that they are going to use on TikTok. And before you know, it's everywhere.
I know. You know what? This is our Christmas jam.
I
promise you. I promise. I know to come up in some parties. I need a savior. As people are drinking, you know what? As people are drinking during Christmas, it's time for you to remember that kidney failure is all a good thing.
Because I think at this point you and Dr. UN are on the same level. You are not serious.
What? Christmas, people are drinking anyhow, smoking shisha anyhow. Look, if we remix this song, I would join him to the look. Kidney failure and liver damage is not good. Look, we can do something.
He needs to accordion on the song, actually. Now that I think about it.
Thank you. You're seeing the vision.
Huh?
How about thank you.
It's okay.
I promise you.
Let's get serious.
MDK crabbe to me, baby.
Oh, a day.
But if be medical. As if be medical, then he'll put some wraps on the medical. Oh, I see it. I know you see it.
I don't see it.
You see it to you. You will see him.
Clay. I'm serious now, please. I can't see this. What's it? Like,
God. Anyway, we all wish if he's telling the truth, I wish him good health.
I'm surprised nobody has been able to go to Confanochi to go verify
and pull the records. Why himself? Why hasn't he also brought the records? Because he should have it.
No, he actually had some receipts during the conversation he had with the lady, the first video.
Yeah.
And I think nanabafo.com, he's also a blogger. I saw him as well in a conversation with him, and he was actually saying that from the dates that Dr. Yuan initially mentioned, it tallies with the receipts, that of the receipts. But then the receipt they had in hand, knowing what I know, the little I know about kidney diseases and the test you have to. Those receipts were just about 3 or 4, and I'm like, what I've seen, maybe because it's not advanced, so I can't even dismiss it entirely. But like I said, we are hoping to hear from maybe health officials or professionals from Confanoche to come and say that it's actually true. Just like, with Dr. Salifu, Bishop Salifu Amako's son's issue, somebody from the office has come to say that, the person is not here. So maybe we can get someone from the hospital to come out and say that actually it's actually true. Dr. Yuan has been out here and his diagnoses are so and so and so. So what he's telling the public is true, or he's not being here. So please, whatever he's saying is not from this hospital. Then we know. Because I wouldn't want to. I don't think any of us would be happy to hear in some months or years to come that God forbid that we lost him because of so and so, and then I will be regretting because we didn't believe him. So I'm hoping that we can fact check as soon as possible, and then we all can come together to see how we can help him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's true. That's true. So hopefully he's speaking the truth, and hopefully he will get healed. Hopefully. And hopefully maybe the song too would make it to the Grammys or something. It beats me, baby. Other sister. Oh man, yes sir. Anyway, let me end with this. So just yesterday I was speaking about Paluta and the Jollof debacle. Paluta.
Escape Paluta,
yeah.
That's my guy.
Anyway, so yes, he yesterday we mentioned it. He was supposed to go and perform at a lounge, the opening of a hotel lounge space in Oyibi, and he ate the jollof and he left and he didn't come. But then he didn't come on time. Yeah, he left. He said he was going to come back, but then apparently he has released an apology. Yes, there's an apology out from King Paluta. So let's take a listen.
Okay, so greetings, lovely people. It's your man King Paluta. Today I was supposed to perform at OEB Lodges Lounge. Yeah, Lodges Lounge OEB. So but due to some few circumstances, like some few ups and downs, we couldn't perform. So we are saying sorry to OEB people. It's not our fault. It's not the organizers' fault. Like sometimes it happens like this. So we are saying sorry to you guys. We are going to come here again and we are going to do this together. We're going to make history together. Forgive us. It will happen again. Sorry to the fans. Keep supporting Keep Paluta music. I love you guys.
Ouch. Ouch. Wakasa.
You see, yesterday when people were coming to attack us, I told you that Talanku, relax, wait. We'll come and apologize. If truly, have we not apologized?
Finished.
And I told you that we'll come and give a concert to the people, right?
We'll
and he said that.
Yeah,
for you know, like it's a lot. It's a lot that could have happened.
What could have happened? I could have killed a lot.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You're done?
Yeah.
1-0.
Hey.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, so you're still tuning to Highway 1019 and we are live on Z101.9 FM. Ngozi is super happy today because of the story that came through from Equatorial Guinea. These are the things that excite her.
Can you imagine?
She has run the whole studio because she has to.
How can I watch 400? 400. Why? My eyes will melt.
How many have
400,
you watched?
I think about 5.
Why would you even watch 5?
I need to know what I'm reporting. You think some of the accidents videos that we come and talk about, I want to see them? I don't want to see them.
You don't see them?
I see them. Hey. But I have to see them in order to report them.
Wow. So now we are done. So you are done watching, right?
I'm done watching. You know the funny thing? Mix and I were having this discussion. For me, I feel like with these videos, people will think is a joke or as a thing, but I honestly feel like there's a spirit behind these videos.
Honestly.
And I feel like when you watch, like, you can't. It's not something you should be watching too much. It's a spirit you can't see, and I'm really not trying to mess with certain things. So 5 is nice, it's fine, and I had to use somebody else's phone because I really don't want it on my own phone.
Whose phone?
My neighbor's phone. Yeah, that person has Telegram.
Lydia has watched
that person has Telegram, and the person has Lydia. I'm just teasing here. I don't think Lydia has seen all 400. I won't be surprised, no. Lydia.
You heard it here first. And whatever names you have heard, keep it in mind. Anyway, we are still in the studios of Z101.9 FM bringing you Highway 1019. Our question of the day has something to do with betting and all of that. I know that is a craze for you people. Investors, weekdays, weekends, you're investing.